Okay, Paul here, and today on the bench we have a Fisher 474 quad stereo receiver, AM, FM, has 2-channel, mono, 4-channel, and SQ. Nice set, very beefy, 4-channel AM, FM receiver. So we're gonna see if it'll power up and do anything. I've got a couple speakers hooked on it. Has a loudness control, tape monitor. Okay, so we're gonna turn up the voltage. I've got it on my current limiting bulb, so if there's a short, we ain't gonna hurt it. Okay. Got it up to 117 volts, 118 volts, somewhere around there. Let's see if it, well, we got volume, and let's turn the volume down. This is volume and balance here. Let's try that again. Okay, we got some static in the switches, that's to be expected. So let's see if we can get a station. One of the pilot lights is out. I'm on the FM band. And I get nothing on it. I get nothing on FM, probably because there's no antenna for one thing. Let's try AM. Oh, wait a second. I think I was on the wrong thing. Try that again. There we go. Yeah, these switches definitely need to be cleaned out.
Students who could potentially stay here and work. So yes, it is a concern that the department's highlighted as well.
Well, seems to be doing pretty good. The meter's working too. Both channels are working. Let me get off of that so I don't get copyright infringement. It's a little bit tricky getting both channels to come on. There we go. Now, front and rear speakers, so you get separate balance and volume for front and rear, which is really nice. Let's see if we get back to our station.
Well, Living Trust and more. And use promo code, this is important, Brian K at checkout. That's LegalZoom.com.
Okay.
Promo code Brian K.
Bass
LegalZoom, where life meets legal.
Treble.
Not too long ago, it felt good to withdraw your cash from the bank, didn't it?
Treble's
For a
working.
vacation or a new car.
Hard to turn.
But today, withdrawing your own cash has become
Bass
risky.
is working.
Pat Boone here for Swiss America. According to the Secret War, a new Swiss America white paper, I learned that all banks are now required to...
So,
the sentiment that teachers this year appreciated more than ever.
not bad.
As many of us have been at home with our precious
Mono.
little darlings during part of the school year. So 8 days until
2-channel.
Teacher Appreciation Day, you may want to reach out.
Ah, that's got
and
some
then 13 days
depth to it.
Mother's Day. I hope my kids are listening. Days away now. And for those of you just looking for a day off,
And let's
maybe
see.
you want to be
That's
away from
FM.
home.
Let's try AM. Okay.
Reach them Monday through
Oh,
Friday.
it does work.
5. The number is
So we're getting AF, AM too.
778-2241. From the 1077 Weather Center, here's your local forecast. Lots of sunshine this afternoon, northwest winds at 10 to 15, low 70s. Partly cloudy, upper 40s for tonight. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, upper 70s, upper 50s tomorrow night. Wednesday, showers, slight chance of thunderstorms, low 70s. Still a 50% chance of showers Wednesday night. Thursday, sunshine, upper. Friday, sunshine, mid-70s. Saturday, sunshine, highs in the low 80s.
The loudness contour doesn't seem to make much difference.
Sometimes it's about being on the same page.
And that may be because I only got 2 of the 4 speakers connected. Let's see. Oh. Yeah, that might be because I don't have 4 speakers connected. It has a couple selections here for the speaker setup and the power. So I'm going to have to pull the back off and clean these controls. Also look at the capacitors and see what we want to do as far as switching out some electrolytics. I want to check this control, make sure that it's actually engaging. I think it is. And then I need to try to find a knob for here. It won't be a match, obviously, but maybe we can find something to work on that while we're dealing with it. It's a heavy unit. I'll show you the back. The case is in good shape. I'm sure there's some dust in there, but you know, it's got a few little scuff marks and little chips and stuff, but nothing bad, nothing that I can see really bad. So obviously needs to be cleaned. Okay. And here's the back. And we have 4 fuses, 2 amp at 250 volt fuse there. These are both 2 amp at 250 volts and another 2 amp at 250 volts. So we'll check the fuses, make sure they're all fine. And it has, you know, 120 volt, 50 watt switched output that can be used to run another device. And it has your front and rear speakers, which I only have rear speakers connected. I'll connect the front to make sure they work. Has numerous inputs. Okay. In, front and rear, recorder in, front and rear, so you could use a reel-to-reel recorder. Auxiliary in, front and rear. This side looks like it's had some damage here, but they seem okay. I'll check them, make sure they're working. There's your ground and your antenna for external AM, external FM antenna, which it's picking up fine. This is the internal antenna. Looks like somebody put some, I guess that's shrink wrap, so that's probably factory. So anyway, let me get the unit out and we'll see what we got. Okay, it sure needs some cleaning, but that's just normal. It's just dust from sitting around for a long time. That all needs to come out, especially out of these IF coils. We definitely don't want that dust getting around the slugs and into there, but out of the tuning, FM tuning area. The tuning condenser is actually in good shape. This is the outputs. The finals are over here. Nice big beefy transformer. I understand why now it's so heavy. But here we have the finals, and you see them in the back, those final lamps. So we got 16 electrolytic capacitors that are driving those. And the driver stage is here for each channel left and right, front and back. They look fine. They don't seem to be swollen, but you know, looks are deceiving with electrolytic capacitors. You can't really tell that way. So I'll check them in circuit from the bottom. I like the way they design this system, because it's really easy to get to the components on the bottom without having to pull the whole thing apart to get the circuit board out. That's a nice feature. I still have to take the circuit board out if I have to change any of them, but at least for testing, that helps a lot. That's a good way to do it. And then this one and this one, I believe you can get to from the bottom. Yep. So that helps. They have everything marked based on what's on the schematic diagram, of course. So again, I have to try to track down if I need it. But actually, this unit seems to be doing good. It's got a nice old big capacitor there. It's looks like it says 63 volts at 2200 microfarads. Big cap, big power transformer. So this joker has quite a bit of output. Don't know what the wattage rating is, but it is definitely pretty high. That's a very good system. And it has a power amp, left and right, for each channel, so it has separate amps going through there. Even has a heat sensor here behind this cap there. You see the wires connecting to that. That's a heat sensor to protect the power amps if they get too hot. And if that heat strip gets hot, that'd shut the circuit down. Very well made. Very well made. A lot of transistors on the control board for the front end. Not sure about that pilot light. It may be here where I can get to it and check that out. I can take this lid off and see what's up with that light. But it's probably just, it could be replaced with a LED and power pulled off the board somewhere, but we'll figure that out when we get to it. The main thing that the customer asked was making sure everything was okay. You know, checking these caps. Obviously not going to change all these filter capacitors, there's way too many, but we'll verify that these are definitely doing what they're supposed to be doing. These others, unless they go bad, there's really no sense to change them at this point. They look really pretty good, actually. I'm sure they drifted in value some, but those are the more critical ones. Those are the ones that can do harm, those and this one here. So I need to, and it seems to be doing fine. As long as the voltage is correct, this guy will be fine for a while. Same with those. What I'll do is check them and compare each stage with the next stage to see not only if they're in tolerance, but if they are within range of each other, so that not one channel is overpowering or underpowering due to bad caps. We need to make sure that those capacitors are functioning correctly. So we'll do that. And of course, cleaning it out, blowing it all out, getting all this dirt out of here is essential before we even do anything. Cleaning all this area out. So that's for the next step. I need to discuss this with the owner as to what they want to do, and I'm sure they'll view this video, and then we'll go from there as to how extensive of a repair / maintenance we want to do to this system. Very good system. It's worth whatever he decides to do. It's a good system. Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I really appreciate that. That helps me keep my videos online, and I thank you for watching. Okay, I got the amp sort of cleaned out here. Blew out all the dust. Still, need to wipe it off a little bit, but it's in pretty good shape. Found the schematic diagram for it. It's a 165 watt system times 4. So it's a 4-channel. Has these are 1000 microfarad 35 volt caps, and they seem to be doing okay. I got rid of some of the static, but not all of it. I still got a little bit of static in there, but unfortunately I ran out of contact cleaner. Can's empty. So I got a can on order. Hopefully it'll be in before too long. I'm going to check the voltages. That's the next thing for me to do, is make sure the voltages are right. Fortunately, the schematic diagram has all that information for me. Really a nice amp. Got it here. Let's see. This one here. And this is the schematic diagram for it. These are the big capacitors that you see in the back there. There's 4 of those. 1000. There's 1000 there. 1000 here, and there's one over here. This is your 4 channels. They're exactly the same, obviously. And the output is here. So this one is the front left channel. This is the front right channel. That's the back left channel, and that one down there is the back right channel. The channels are working, seem to be working good, but I want to check these voltages and make sure they've got all the voltage test points on here for me with the actual voltage. So, and I think they're using a line voltage of 120 volts, yeah. So the line voltage, we're checking the voltage is standard mains, and there are the voltage 43.1, 22.2. This is on the power supply. Should have 13.3, 14.7, 15.2. I'll verify these voltages, and then of course I'll verify them down in the actual amps to make sure that they're carrying through correctly, and they should be, they're wired direct, so shouldn't be no problem. But once we get into the circuit, then I need to check the voltages internally. See, you got 19.1, 19.7 there. So this is the voltages on these transistors and on the output transistors. So you get 2, 4, 6, 8 power transistors. They're actually Darlington pairs, so that's really neat, and they're set up in a push-pull configuration, which is really nice. It's a good amp. It's a well-designed amp for sure, and it uses Darlington pairs for both the both channels, and then it has the driver transistors for each channel. So the good thing about a 4-channel player like this is I can compare the channels, and that's really neat, because that cuts out a lot of troubleshooting time. If you got stereo, say you got a stereo amp only, and you're getting readings here and you're getting readings here, and some schematics don't even have the voltages on them, but if they're different, you don't know which one right away is correct and which one's wrong till you go and actually do some research, unless they're way out. But when you got 4, it's really neat because they're all identical. So if you got one that's off from the other 3 by a higher percentage, then you know, okay, there's a problem in that area. And so that cuts down some of the diagnostic time. That's assuming, of course, the power supply and everything is performing, and the tuner is performing the way it should. We have the tuner schematic up here. Let's see, it should be this. Yeah, and that's for all of these models on this particular diagram. So, you know, you got your FET driver there, and then all of the tuner circuit. So for AM and FM, and this has the tuning procedure. So tuning alignment procedure. So that's great. So anyway, very nice stereo. I did get, like I said, a lot of the static out. I verified that I got sound coming out of all 4 channels, but I don't want to leave it on. I got to get bring my power, some power speakers in here so I can do some serious testing. The little bench speakers I got, they're just not strong enough to handle the wattage this thing puts out. So I don't want to overdrive the amp. So I'm going to bring in some heavy-duty speakers and connect them up. So that's the next step. And we're going to check all of the output and work toward the front end. So I'll stop back there because that's where the biggest issue is. We need to make sure these 4 channels are all within spec of each other. And that's what I was just showing you on the schematic, showing you all. And then we'll deal with the tuner. And then this is the light indicator board and the power supply, of course. I'll check the power supply first to make sure the voltages are correct, and then go to doing the 4-channel output, make sure that they're fine, and then back up to the, to the tuner and all of that, and check this driver board here for the dial. We'll make another video, part 2. So. Please, if you're interested in Fisher amps and in 4-channel systems, this would be a good video chain to follow as we go through diagnostics and servicing of this unit. It's rated 165 volts, so it's a very good, watts, 165 watt system. It's a very good amp. So be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe. And that helps us keep this videos online, and I appreciate that very much. And I appreciate all my subscribers and people who promote the video. But thanks for watching.